Head coach Kyle Isaacs in his second season at Arizona Western. He spent 13 seasons here as an assistant coach with 1 year at Texas A&M Kingsville. Former graduate assistant for Bobby Knight at Texas Tech. Last year won 26 games in his first season as a head coach at Arizona Western, tying him for the third most wins by a first-year head coach in this storied program, tied with Charles Harrell and Dave Babcock. Harrell, the former head coach, who is now an assistant at Lamar University. Dave Babcock, who has a NBA championship ring in the front office of the Milwaukee Bucks. Arizona Western leading 8-2. 15:52 to play in the first half. Roy Bunn for Eastern Arizona gets into the lane, kicks it back out. He saw the 6'9" Yaxel Lendenborg off to his left. Mashar trying to back his way in. All the way to the basket, doesn't get it to go, but there's a whistle and a foul. And Akuk Mashar will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Mashar just sneaky and long there, getting around Hargrove there. Despite the defensive pressure, Matadors really bringing the defensive intensity, but Machar really getting to the rim. Good spot there.
Gets the first free throw. Yeah, it took a long route to get to the rim, but he earned a trip to the free throw line. Mashar, who is from Adelaide, Australia, had 12 points in the last game against Glendale. He's averaging just under 11 this season. He hits both free throws. He's a 75% free throw shooter.
He can also step out and hit the triple at times, too. He's only shot 34 of them, but he's made 55% of it this year.
Yaxel Lendenborg, Hargrove, Gleditch. Works it back with Williams. Hargrove, who had the first basket of the game. Yaxel Lendenborg gets baseline, sealed off with 6 on the shot clock, finds the cutting Marquise Williams.
Great job by Williams to find that pocket, just to cut there, find the open space. Lendenborg with the court vision, nice pass.
Roy Bunn, 15-footer, and he got hit on the arm, and Roy Bunn will head to the free throw line. So Bunn to shoot a pair of free throws. That fouls on Evan Butts. That's already his second, and he'll be coming out here after this first free throw. Roy Bunn, a freshman from Portland, Oregon. Averaging 5 points per game, just 45% from the line. His first one gets some help from the rim and rolls in. Bunn, who spent last season at Academy of Arts University but redshirted, scored 5 points in the first meeting between these teams. That was all the way back on the 14th of January. Eastern Arizona pulled off the win, beating the Matadors 76-65. Bunn hits both free throws. Eastern Arizona has pulled to within 4 at 10-6.
All 6 of their points coming from the line.
And a turnover. Isaiah Amato got tripped up and lost the basketball out of bounds. It'll go back to Eastern Arizona.
AJ Marmolejo having quite a game he had on Wednesday against Pima. 22 points off the bench.
Eastern Arizona with the basketball, down 4. Mashar taking it himself, leaves it short. Yaxel Lendenborg, who led the conference in rebounds last year, grabs that one. This is AJ Marmolejo. He had 22 of Arizona Western's 29 bench points in their win against Pima on Wednesday. Hargrove takes it himself and flips it off the glass. Full head of steam, and Hargrove with the basket.
Line to the rim there.
Underneath, Rickwood Pitt left it short.
Gila Monsters missing some opportunities, not finishing at the rim here early on through the first 6 minutes.
6-point lead for Arizona Western, make it 8 and possibly more. Amato with the basket and the harm. He's got a chance at a 3-point play. Speaking of Pacific Northwest, Isaiah Amato familiar with some of these Gila Monsters. Isaiah is from Portland, Oregon, and played at Central Catholic High School along with DeRay Seamster.
Yeah, connections all over the place.
Pacific Northwest has become a hotbed for basketball talent, actually in the last couple decades. Free throws good for Amato. Isaiah, who's averaging 9.2 points per game, has 3, and he gives the Matadors their largest lead at 15-6.
Good start for Amato coming off the bench. He started most of the year.
Roy Bunn losing the basketball on the end line, and he's trapped. He's able to get rid of it to Theo Sang, who's been quiet so far. Brought a double on him. Bunn, elbow jumper is off to the left, out of bounds. Arizona Western gets the ball back, leading 15-6.
And like I said a few moments ago, Michael, you can tell the defensive intensity coming from the Matador side of things. A complete 180 from what we saw when they were on the road in Thatcher a month ago.
13-14 to play in the first half. Largest lead of the game for Arizona Western of 9. Marmolejos goes baseline, tried to thread it through to Lendenborg and then lost it, and it went off of Marmolejos last. He tried to fit that in a tight window, and there wasn't much space.
Yeah, I think he should have just gone up with that. He's up there in the air at the rim. You know, something they always say from the time you start playing hoops. Don't leave your feet when you're going to pass the ball. And he tried to fit it in there, trying to be unselfish, but in that case, you just got to finish at the rim.
Theo Sang, he gets some space. His three-pointer is good. Theo Sang from deep. His first basket, he's shooting 36.5%. He had 15 points in their win against Glendale on Wednesday.
They needed that one.
And Machar is going to be whistled for a foul about a good 10 feet from the three-point line. He just tripped up Marquise Hargrove. Marko Milivojevic is going to come in for the first time tonight. Back in for Eastern Arizona's DeRay Seamster.
Yeah, it was a big triple there from Sang, though. Like you just mentioned a few moments ago, it's a quiet so far. That's big to get his confidence boost up after his air ball early on. Get this team moving offensively.
Hargrove gets around the defender, White, and lays it off the glass for 2. And, well, our impact player for Arizona Western is up to 6.
Talk about getting hot at the right time. Man, the way he's been playing basketball the last 2 weeks has been incredible.
J.J. White can't get it to go. And Lendenborg able to secure the rebound. And it's important for Arizona Western to take some pressure away from Axel Lendenborg. That pass deflected and stolen. This is Talbot Cummard. Over to Theo Sang. Back to Cummard, the Mesa, Arizona native. Drives baseline and lost it. Marmolejos almost overran his dribble. Probably the quickest player on this Arizona Western roster. Little pass underneath. Milivojevic spins and it pops out. Can't get it to go on the tip and rebounded by Seamster. It was halfway down.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that one came back up, but then he mistimed the jump. Looked like he was going to tip it back in, and ball just not falling.
Seamster. Amato fell down trying to jump that passing lane. Theo Sang gives it up. Seamster left all alone. We get a whistle. It's an offensive foul away from the basketball, and it's going to be on.
Like they got
it looks like Rickwood Pitt is who they get.
Rickwood, yep.
So that's going to bring a media timeout. 11:18 to play in the first half. Arizona Western with an 8-point lead, 17-9. This is the NJCAA Game of the Week on ESPN+.